All right, so on our quiz, there are different versions of the quiz, but I'm going to do one of the examples. And this is the cereal example. You have two boxes of cereal. Okay, let's say this is A and this is box B. All right, this one is $525 for 450 grams. And this one is $275 for 225 grams. And now you are asked to figure out which one is cheaper, which means where am I paying less, okay, for the same amount of grams? However, right now, if we look at them, this one's 450 grams, this one's 225 grams, all right? Or our dollar amounts aren't the same. In order to compare prices, or compare any two objects, we need to get one of the units the same, all right? And this is easiest done doing unit rate. So what I can do, right, I chose to figure out how much money I'm paying for 1 gram, all right? And I'm going to turn this one into how much money I'm paying for 1 gram. And then once I find that out, I can compare those prices. So first one that I need to do, $525 for 450 grams, right? And if we write these in our sentences, we're going to get a certain amount of money for 1 gram. So we've learned 2 different ways to solve these, okay? Either proportional reasoning or the fish method, which is actually called cross multiply and divide. Right, but what I can do, right, simply I can see, well, how did I get from 450 to 1 gram? Well, I divide by 450. Well, if I divide one side by 450, I have to do the same to the other. So I'm going to divide this side by 450. So if we take 5.25 and we divide it by 450, we are going to get 0.011. All right, the decimal does continue, but I kind of rounded about to the nearest 100. No, sorry, to the nearest 1,000. All right, so that's how much we're paying for 1 gram. All right, so a little bit more than a cent. Then if we go up to $2.75 for 225 grams, $275 for 225 grams. Right? We want to figure out the amount of money for 1 gram. And so we can do this the same way, okay, or we could set up our fraction and make it a fish method. So $275 for 225 grams. It's going to be the same as a certain amount of dollars for 1 gram. Okay, and now the fish method, all right, we always start at the number that's on the same side as the variable. We go across, down, and finish at our variable. So we multiply 1 times 2.75, which is going to be 2.75. And then we're going to take 2.75 divided by this number here, which is 225. All right, and this is going to give us 0.012. All right. So now these numbers, we need exact numbers to compare because if we notice, they are very close, 0.011, 0.012, and these decimals continue, right? So to get a very precise answer, they are very close, right? But if we notice, for this first cereal here, I'm only paying 0.011 dollars for 1 gram, and here I'm paying 0.012 for 1 gram, all right? Which means that if we go above, right, this number here is lower, right? It's smaller, and that means I'm paying less for 1 gram. And so the cheaper cereal in this case would be A. All right, that question's difficult because they are so close, but if we are precise, you can find one that is
cheaper by a little bit.